Hey, I'm Chris Berman. Coming up on ESPN. Week 11 of the NFL on ESPN is coming your way, and we can just about see the playoffs coming over the horizon. We should have a pretty good one here, as we've got a couple of teams in action that are in dire need of a W. Green Bay, Seattle, straight ahead.
While the teams are out on the field getting loose, the fans are filing in and finding their seats for the game. Hello, I'm Dan Stevens, and welcome to Seattle Stadium. My pal Peter O'Keefe will be covering today's game with me. Peter, playing on the road can be an unfriendly environment, to say the least, and it has been particularly unkind to these guys.
Well, you said it, Dan. They've really had a rough go of it on the road so far this season. They're hoping they can turn their luck around in today's game. We'll see how it goes.
And now let's go down to the coin toss.
I'll try heads.
Heads it is.
Let's kick.
Number 2, kicking off for the Packers.
It's time for
The ref
Seahawks
gets the signal, and we're set. Number 2 boots the opening kickoff. Number 16 catches it back at the 9. Dodges a tackle. Susie?
Thank you, Dan. The wind is whipping like crazy out here. It's almost enough to knock you off your feet.
Number 6.
Picks up 9. Carson takes it off the toss and runs it. Carson catches it in the flat and is at the 50, and that's what they expect from him.
That's his job description. You won't see him running a post route, but you will see him make plays off those shorter catches. Martinez clearly tugs on the face mask here. You just can't do that and get away with it. Check it out. Yep.
Number 94 gets the sack way back at the 37.
Number 94 sends this offense backpedaling with a nice sack in the backfield.
They lose some yardage there, Peter.
The other team's end zone. That's what usually works.
They read that play the whole way, and they force it. Wilson zips it to the left side. Daniels sacks him way back at the 20.
Daniels comes in untouched on this play and just wallops the quarterback.
Daniels sacks him way back at the 28. Fourth.
Daniels nails the offense with a huge loss. Watch how he zeroes in on the target. Ouch! Oh, he sacked him way back there. Great play.
Peter, he has put the hurt on the quarterback in this contest.
You got that right. So far, he's got 2 tackles and 2 sacks.
They take the lead. Williams takes it across. Williams gets the call again. Cobb brings down the line.
Cobb makes the catch with 3 defenders on his case.
I just don't know why the throw was made into triple coverage.
Hey, it worked.
Yes, it. Rodgers floats this one out to the right sidelines, and it's tipped and shut it down.
Good denial there.
Second down coming up. Williams gains 3. Rodgers makes the pass, and it's intercepted. Breaks the tackle. Knocked out of bounds.
Coleman gets a gust of good luck here as the pass goes off course and right to him.
Wilkerson sacks him back at the 4.
Wilkerson nails his man behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to cost the offense a few yards. Oh, yeah, that's a great job.
Number 94 gets the sack way back at the 35.
Number 94 gets the sack deep in the pocket. That's going to be a sizable loss. Watch the...
They have been simply relentless so far.
Dan, they have all game. And Alexander calls his man down just before he gets past the markers.
Yeah, it was like one of those action movies where they wait and see what happens here. They start at their own 28-yard line. Rodgers gets some air under this pass, and it's bobbled and dropped. Incomplete. Graham hauls it in right side, and he's looking for room.
Graham makes the catch, but that's not enough for him. He gets it and takes off for more.
A nice run after making the grab, and that's a big plus. Rodgers gets all of his arm into this pass, and it's tipped. This one will fall incomplete. Rodgers rifles this one hard over the middle, and it's not. Number 2 kicks from 38 yards out, and it's good.
Number 2 takes the field goal, but watch how close the ball gets to the upright. Man.
Offensive struggle so far. They will start this drive at their own 17-yard line. Carson will get the carry on first down and picks up a couple. It looks like, we've had an injury down on the field. As soon as we hear anything, we'll be sure to pass the information along to you. Wilson throws a heater right sideline, and it's tipped. It's played well by the defense. That will bring up third down.
Nice pressure that time.
Number 21 puts a lick on the receiver and separates him from the ball. Incomplete. It'll be fourth down. Graham reels in the football, and he's got the first down and a whole lot more.
Graham took his lone defender to school on that last play, making the catch. Great call by the offensive coordinator.
And it will be a first down. Williams chews up 9 yards. Tackled, and the clock will continue to run.
Rodgers does a little last-minute razzle-dazzle here, and he gets some yards. It's the scoring opportunities right here, Dan. Excellent back, a sure-handed receiver, and an accurate quarterback.
Pass is incomplete.
Graham has this one in his hands, and then drops it.
That's it. Williams gets the handoff and pass. He's in for the touchdown.
This is a nice run here, and when you watch the replay, Dan, check out his field vision. But the defense preferred that he stayed put, and they made their case pretty forcefully.
The Seahawks offense comes out and has an opportunity to tie it before halftime. They'll start at their own 19-yard line. Wilson zings it to the right side, and 16 makes the catch out. Wilson throws this on a rope, and it's knocked down. Rips him down in the... Allison didn't haul that one in, and it falls incomplete.
That's the end of the second
and that'll
quarter.
do it for the first half of this one. The Packers are out in front 10-3. And now let's send you to Chris Berman in our studios in Bristol for the ESPN halftime report. Boomer?
All right, Dan, interesting game at the half. We'll get back to you guys in a bit. First, we welcome everybody to our ESPN halftime report. I'm Chris Berman. A look inside the numbers from our first half and look at the discrepancy in sacks thus far. The Packers should be way ahead on the scoreboard, but somehow they've let their opponent hang with them. Let's see if they can change things in the second half. We'll pick up the action midway through the first quarter. After driving 11 yards on 10 plays, Sebastian Janikowski is called upon to attempt the field goal. This one, good. An unbelievable monster of a field goal. The Seahawks strike first and go up by 3. The Packers, towards the end of the first quarter, the Packers with the ball at the 47. Coleman is reading the quarterback's eyes all the way as he's able to get his hands on this one and pick it off. The Packers, later on in the second quarter, Packers trailing by 3. Rodgers is throwing on third down. He's got his man. They tie it up 3-all. The Packers again have it. Williams got the carry as they pounded at him on the ground, and he made the most of it. A 1-yard touchdown for the Packers. Packers out in front, 10-3. Wilson connected with his man on this one, and that's where we'll leave this one. Seahawks are down, but still in it, 10-3.
Their own 20-yard line. Williams. Green lets him down, and that's going to make this third down that much harder.
Yeah, they also make it easier on themselves by wiping out all of the potential. Allison has a small crowd of defenders working him, and yet still makes the catch.
There's the catch, and there were 3 guys around him.
They say bad things.
Williams will get stopped at the line. Maxwell kicks it away on the coverage. Rodgers uncorks this to the left side. Williams takes his 10th carry of the game and will gain close. Rodgers zips it to the left side. This one will fall incomplete. That interesting information up on the screen.
Oh, you bet. Not a lot of efficiency there, and when they do score, you can see that it's the field goal variety.
At their own 11-yard line. Not much there. It'll be second down.
Gotta take what you can get again, but they were, hoping for more.
Wilson yards to go. One man to
At all. He had some room to work with, and he knew how to exploit it.
Number 97 takes him down.
Really nice punt.
Packers send their offense out on the field and will start.
Easy.
They move the ball, and it will be second down. Williams carries it for the third time. Rodgers throws a bullet to the flat, and he's on target. Montgomery goes right up the middle and barely. Williams has his number called on. Cobb grabs the rope right side and is at the 5. Touchdown!
Cobb really comes to play on this baby. He makes the solid catch, and then he takes off. Check it out. Give him
a 23-yard line. Wilson rifles it out left side, and the ball is caught. Number 21 makes a play on this and forces the in. Played well by the defense. That will bring up third down.
Nice pressure. That's
coming up. Rips him down in the backfield, and that will force a turnover on downs.
Alexander makes his presence known on this one. He's going to haunt the ball carrier's dreams for especially at their end of the football field. That's exactly.
Montgomery goes in. Touchdown, Packers.
Number 16 faces down 2 defenders and comes away with the football. Oh, nice catch.
That touchdown will seal it at 1:55. Wilson rifles it out left side and down with a split backfield. Williams tips it away on the coverage.
We sure have. We'll see if they can keep it up, though.
Second down. The clock is stopped at 1:46. Wilson zings it to the right side, and it's intercepted. And he's in for the touchdown.
King picks off the ball, and he's going all the way. Nobody can stop him. Man, I hope his mom's got the VCR going.
Another touchdown territory with the clock at 1:35. Side for this passing game, Peter. They have been off over there.
Yeah, I'd go somewhere else if I were them.
Wilson.
Quarterback's doing stuff like that.
That would have gotten the first, but it's incomplete, and it will... Wilson throws a bullet to the flat, and it falls incomplete. They will turn the ball over on down.
King with the coverage.
Marshall had this ball right in his hands. At least I thought so. Let's look. Yep, right there. You have to catch those passes.
Well, they don't convert on 4th down, and that will be it for them.
Yeah, chalk this one up in the L column, Dan. It's all over.
The Packers' offense is on the field, and they can wrap up the game. They'll start. The Seahawks will take a timeout. Williams gets the call again and heads upfield. This pass will fall harmlessly to the ground, and it's incomplete. That will bring up 4th down.
Graham has all the space and time he needed to make that catch. So why doesn't he? He was open out there, people.
Peter in 3rd downs. Number 2 with a 25-yarder, and it's...
Number 2 has no problem getting this one between the sticks for 3. Oh, he was so close.
Story with the clock at 1:02. Wilson throws a heater right sideline, and it's tipped. They couldn't. Wilson throws a heater, and Wilson spikes the ball. Wilson zings it to the right side, and the catch is made for the first. The clock continues to tick down. Wilson spikes the ball. Wilson throws a heater right sideline, and they can't connect. No good. Wilson lobs this one way over the middle, and it falls incomplete. They will turn the ball over on downs.
Jackson with the coverage.
Jackson is shadowing the slant route they were trying to set up, and as you see, he makes the play to force the incompletion.
Well, they don't convert on 4th down, and that will be it for them.
Yeah, chalk this one up in the L column, Dan. It's all over.
Loss of 1 on the play.
Rodgers throws a high, long one to the right, and it's intercepted. Stopped at the 19.
Check out the interception here on the replay, Dan. Watch how he reacts to get in the ball's path. Nice. That's how you make the INT, baby.
Well, that's their 2nd interception of the game, and stingy is appearing to be the motto for their defense.
Yeah, either that or give me the ball.
And that is going to do it for this one. The Packers come out on top, 34-3. For my partner, Peter O'Keefe, this is Dan Stevens saying goodbye until next time.
Okay, Dan, thank you very much. And let's welcome all of you back to the studio. I'm Chris Berman here to bring you our ESPN Video Games post-game wrap-up. The Packers stepped it up for sure, putting up some good numbers. Let's get started in this one early in the 3rd quarter. Rodgers would drop back and deliver a strike on this one. Wilson would find his target on this one. Packers up by 7. Cobb emerged as a real weapon as he pulled one in here. They're now up by 14. The Packers have it after a turnover on downs. Rodgers would find his target on this one. A 27-yard touchdown for the Packers. Packers ahead 24-3. King would come up with a huge play here as he was able to pick one off here, then had some clear sailing in front of him. Touchdown for the Packers. The Packers move ahead big and now lead by 28. After driving 4 yards on 3 plays, number 2 would come on and connect on the field goal try. Connect on their 2nd field goal. The Packers, after a stop on 4th down, Packers leading by 31. Number 31 was in the right place at the right time. as his interception was a possible momentum shifter. And that's where we'll leave this one. Packers win big, 34-3. Now let's check in with our player of the game, a guy who made one big-time catch after another to help seal the win for his team. Cobb is on hand with Susie Culber. Suze?
Thank you, Chris. You played brilliantly. You just made it look easy tonight. What put you guys over the top?
Man, really? I think we just came out and played hard today. I think our D-line did a good job of controlling the line of scrimmage and pressure on the quarterback. Man, that helped us dominate on the defensive end.
Chris, back to you.
Thanks for tuning into ESPN, the worldwide leader in sports for 25 years and counting. I'm Chris Berman. We'll see you next time.
This is SportsCenter.
Hey, I'm Chris Berman. Got a lot of games to cover. Let's get at it. In our first game this week, we had the 49ers come away with a 7-point win. In a long-standing NFC rivalry, we had the Vikings win their 5th game of the season. The Falcons won this contest, but will stay at the 2nd place in the NFC South. Walker stepped it up this week and gave his team some added firepower for the win. Number 28 rushed for 2 touchdowns and helped his Chargers beat the Raiders. In the nation's capital, Washington, D.C., we had the Redskins stroll away with a 14-point win. Packers, Seahawks. Cobb came up with a huge play here as they cover a lot of real estate on this one. The Packers win this one by the final score of 34-3. Down in Qualcomm Stadium, we had the Chargers get sent home with a 14-point loss. The Jaguars rushed for an incredible 200-plus yards in their win at Alltel Stadium. The Seahawks lost on the road and will have to travel again next week to meet the Panthers. The Panthers lost this one, but will stay at number 1 in the NFC South. Larry Fitzgerald had a stellar game, but all said and done, his performance wasn't enough to lift his team to a victory. Eagles, Saints. Drew Brees is in the backfield. The line of scrimmage is the 17-yard line. Swings out to the left. A very quick pass. Shakes one tackle. Pulls over another one. Beautiful touchdown. The Saints go on to win this by the final score of 27-20. In a long-standing AFC rivalry, we had the Bengals win their 4th game of the year. In the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia, we had the Eagles squeak to a 1-point victory. And last but not least, we had the Giants come away victorious.
All right, Chris, thanks. In front of you, we've got the AFC Infirmary Report. And as you can see, they were hit hard this week. Collins won't see action for a while, so this offense is going to have to make do without him. Unfortunately, it's a torn ACL, and that'll keep him out for the rest of the season. In front of you, we've got the NFC list. And as you can see, they could form their own mash unit. Graham will be on the sidelines for a while, so this defense will need to do some reshuffling in his absence. Unfortunately, the doctors have confirmed a cracked vertebra in his neck, keeping him out for the rest of the regular season. Now we'll move on to our top story of the day. This guy will be on the sidelines for a while, and that is not good news for his club. So that'll do it for now. Chris, let's send it back to you.
So another week in the books here on ESPN, but what do you say we hand out a few game balls before we go? Here's my primetime players. That'll do it, sports fans. I'm Chris Berman, and thanks so much for joining us here in the Bristol studios. We'll see you next week right here on ESPN, the worldwide leader in sports.